see a piece where it was mainly towards an abstract approach, a abstract plastician approach. But
it was like a container that could hold many, many emotions that were evoked in me. They have very, very dark forces in them and light forces, kind of contradicting each other, which I feel about this piece as well.
It is horrendously dramatic. And I wouldn't call it music by any stretch of the imagination. This is a sound effect, a sound experience. It is not music.
I'm actually more anxious hearing you say that this isn't music than I was during the whole piece. And that's real violence to me, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I thought this was a profoundly beautiful music, and from the very first note.
The whole story behind the making of that music is it's a matrix for me. It's a creating matrix. It's not necessarily a matrix that you guys have to know. It's not necessarily to understand.
I mean, I think part of who we are and part of how we're wired past a certain age is that we can't escape our own sense of finding meanings, experiencing meanings. We exist in a swirling tsunami sea of meanings and partial meanings.
Are you concerned about the welfare of the audience?
In terms of, in which sense?
In terms of either their psychological or physical well-being.
That it does feel dangerous to have the feeling that you're being swept away. And I think this music brings us to a deeper level, a more unconscious level. That can be disturbing, but also can be very rewarding because it can bring new meaning to our lives.
But it's remarkable how time stopped there, and that we really were in a very timeless space. And when you said it was only 12 minutes, I could, you know, but it's really remarkable that way.
Now, I was just amazed at what you brought out within my being, and being a Canadian, I will tell you, I go back to being a boy and standing in Nova Scotia at the edge of the Bay of Fundy and hearing the roar and the sound as the tide came back in, and I was awestruck as this water and the waves came in. And I remember holding my father's hand and feeling the ground tremble, and yet I was awed by it. So I would just tell you, I enjoyed the experience, and you brought into me a wide range of emotions, and thank you very much.
When I hear his music, I feel that much more human myself, with all the complexity and the contradictions that we carry about being human.